listening to the Afterbuzz TV Network.
We're going to get back to this. We have our special guest on the line. We have James McGibney.
JM?
James, you there?
Up, McGibbs?
Hi.
Hey, James.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. Glad to have you. So James is the creator of this site called Cheatersville.com.
Tell us all about it.
Cheaterville.
Cheaterville, I'm sorry. Now,
For all the cheaters reside.
going back, I remember this on Maury.
Yeah!
Yes. You got to go back then. But basically, well, James, why don't you explain to us the idea, the premise of Cheaterville?
So, yeah, basically, I was in the Marine Corps. I was on an overseas deployment with one of my Marine Corps buddies, and we came back from a deployment and found out his wife had been having an affair during the entire time. And we didn't find out till the very end on our way back. So we thought it'd be cool if there's a website where you can blast someone like that. So that's basically how Cheaterville came about.
Yeah.
If you're dating someone and you find out they're cheating on you, you can blast them on Cheaterville for millions of people to see.
You could be a registered cheater.
That's it.
Well, so now what? This just came out of so this really just came from this one incident, or was it something you were thinking about? Like, have you had any personal experiences where you're like, I wish there was a way to just get these bitches back?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely that incident. And look, I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been cheated on and I've cheated. I'm married with kids, so I mean, it was a long time ago. But, you know, I had been on both sides of the fence. And when I cheated, honestly, I didn't even care about the other person at the time. Obviously, I wouldn't have done it. Nor did I really care about the repercussions. I mean, it destroyed a family. It, you know, ruined a lot of lives in the process. But at the time, I really didn't care. And now in retrospect, you know, I feel like a jackass and a douche for doing that. But, you know, and then on the flip side, I have been cheated on. But, you know, one thing I could tell you from, you know, someone who has cheated, two things happen when you get caught. Like, you'll either realize that it was a huge mistake and you become a better man and a better person. I know that's so cliche, but that really is what happened to me. Or you just you realize you're a habitual cheater and you're just going to keep doing it over and over and over again. And that's the cool thing about Cheaterville. It stops people. It makes people think twice before cheating.
Absolutely, because I was on your site today, actually, and it's really. I gotta say, when I heard the site, and I do remember you talking about it back on Maury, but I had never gone out to look at it. So I'm on the site today, and it's like a very entertaining website. You can go to a map of where a lot of people are cheating.
You can see where all the cheaters
like an Amber
live.
Alert.
I mean, like, the East Coast, not looking good, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Not looking good.
What state is the worst?
Yeah, do you know specific?
Yeah, I do. And, you know, the thing is, we did a promotion with MTV and Jersey Shore.
Nice.
And people were killing me in the press. Like, why in the world would you team up with the Jersey Shore to do something about anti-cheating? Well, you know, the fact of the matter is, yeah, I didn't even watch the show. I watched it a couple times, and it's
Great
just not for
little
me
program.
personally. But, you know, the amount of viewership that they draw is through the roof. I mean, we got millions of hits instantaneously. But the byproduct of that was New Jersey, for that week, outpaced all of the United States and Canada combined
Per capita.
for the most cheaters posted.
Wow. And well, I also think that's probably the perfect show because they're talking about those things. I mean, we had this
Exactly.
season
It's
Snooki
relevant.
and her
For
boyfriend,
sure.
JWoww in the past, and Sammy and Ronnie. So technically, that's actually the best show for you to be working with. But New Jersey, huh?
Awesome.
Amazing.
Jersey, New York, and LA has quite a few. Ironically, I started it in Vegas. I live in Las Vegas, and everyone's thinking Vegas was going to be the worst place to start this. But, you know, even the tagline we have, Vegas isn't the only sin city, because we're one of the last as far as all the states are concerned with the amount of cheaters that are posted.
I think Kansas or Nebraska was probably, if you don't want to get cheated on, either go to Nebraska or they're being quiet about it. But literally, the map looks like a Verizon 3G like coverage. it's really crazy.
It seems to me like in places like Las Vegas, where people tend to be happier, people would do less cheating.
Or people go there to cheat, so
Yeah.
it's not really their state.
Exactly.
So they don't get marked down. Well, another thing you had on your site is Cheater of the Day. And so basically, yes, you vote against who's the worst cheater. So now today we had one girl.
You get a story.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this.
I
love
And
that.
I got to say this too, because I actually watched an interview of you also, because I had questions myself. I was like, well, you can't just let people post pictures of anybody, because if I was just mad at somebody, but you give them the ability to write back and comment and kind of stick up for themselves, and you do have a capability of taking the post down, correct?
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Cheaterville. I mean, I get crushed in the media all the time about how is this even legal. But at the end of the day, we are not the ones who are posting the information. We're actually guided by the exact same laws as Facebook or Twitter, the Communications Decency Act of 1996. We're just a forum where people communicate with each other, and that's the really cool thing about Cheaterville. If you found out your significant other was cheating on you and you're pissed off and there was no closure and it just left because you threw their shit out the front door, and then you go to Cheaterville and you post information about them, they'll find out. I mean, everyone always finds out when they land on Cheaterville. And they'll threaten us with a lawsuit, then they realize that can't go anywhere. So then they'll reach out to the person, and a lot of times they'll do it directly on the post and say, I'm a jerk off, I cheated, here's what happened, here's why I cheated, which is kind of interesting to get into the psyche of why certain people cheat, because there's so many different reasons. And they'll apologize. The person who put that post up can then take that post down immediately and make it not visible. So they get their closure.
Is there a place for the cheaters that are posted to redeem themselves?
Cupidville. So after I saw so much traffic coming from dating sites like Match, Plenty of Fish, where, it's just like an online resume. Everyone looks great online. You can do no wrong, but before they meet that person for the first time, they would go on Cheaterville and do a quick look, So then I decided we should start our own dating site. And it's the first dating site in the world where if you're a listed cheater on Cheaterville, you can't become a member of Cupidville.
Nice.
But you can redeem yourself on there and explain why everything happened on Cupidville, and then we'll let you in. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I'm going to give you. I'll give you this, but I kind of feel like you should have a cheating website so that the cheaters can all mingle with each other. They have a lot in common.
It's called Ashley Madison. I don't own it, but I mean that's a site where that's exactly what it's there for.
That's amazing.
That's so crazy.
So some other fun things you have on your site, like I said, you had vote for cheater of the day, and you guys put people's names out there. So, I'm gonna just do this before I start going any deeper with it. Excuse me.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of Afterbuzz TV or its owners or principals.
But so we have Sarah versus Travis, and now Sarah basically kept cheating on her man and getting pregnant by other people.
Oh no!
He was very upset about it. She has
I used to live in that trailer park.
Oh, you did. And 3 or 4 babies right now, and she would keep the only child that is actually his. She kept away from him while she was getting abused by her new boyfriends, and the kid was getting abused. So we have Sarah versus Travis, who is an ex-NFL player who uses women and lives with them as girlfriends and takes their money, and if he takes you out on a date, apparently